What's up, great people? It's the homie, the one and only Ashton Reynolds, and welcome to another episode of Millennial Talk Blessed Coast Edition. I'm the host, Ashton Reynolds. I know I said it once, but I had to say it again because you might have brought a friend. Listen, y'all, this is the Worldwide Community Empowerment Group where we're speaking life into the community. And anytime you come to this show right here, before we even get started with the main thing, we got to show gratitude to Miss Penny Rogers, who is the founder of this thing, who's keeping this thing going and growing and keeping us in the number one spot as a result of her bringing excellent people together within this community to be able to speak life into every community in the way they see fit. Listen, y'all, we got a great episode. And listen, before we even get into this episode, I got a couple of announcements because since the last time we seen each other, well, this I haven't seen you, but you see me, but we're here together. You get what I'm saying? It has been a lot of growth and elevation. All glory be to God. First and foremost, great people, I want to let you know that if you're in the Stockbridge area, if you're in the Fayetteville area, or any surrounding area, right here in Holiday Inn Stockbridge, great people, they are starting tailgate Sundays. That's right, great people. Now, I done partnered up with these amazing individuals along with some other community leaders, and we came together with the owners, the director of marketing at Holiday Inn Stockbridge, who is Mr. Tony King. We are bringing Sunday tailgate parties right here in the community to bring communities together so that families can have a great place to come and watch the games. And here's the thing about it, great people. Most people have a theme of wearing Atlanta Falcons and whomever their opponent is. Well, we just want you to come rep your team, which means that whatever your favorite team is, you come with the jersey or whatever paraphernalia that they got, and then you just come up in here and have fun at the spot. For those who want to know what the address is, it is 638 Highway 138, Stockbridge, Georgia, 30281. Again, it's 638 Highway 138, Stockbridge, Georgia, 30281. It's free parking, so bring your chairs, bring the expectation to have fun because it's going to be food, drinks, and all of that. Live music presented by the incredible DJ Grady Baby. And we're also going to have some musical guests from time to time. And it starts at 11 a.m. Right when you get up out of church and then you want a great place to go watch the games, y'all be sure to go out to Holiday Inn Stockbridge. Once again, 638 Highway 138, Stockbridge, Georgia, 30281. Shout out to Tony King. Shout out to DJ Grady Baby. And shout out to Mr. Brian Bowman. Some incredible individuals within the community who's been in the industry for quite a while. And we about to bring something to the community that will do more than bring a smile. For sure. Also, stage plays, the homies in them. And the first one is October 12th. It's entitled Dim the Lights, starring Miss Rita Parker, brought to you by True Love Productions, whose the visionary is the incredible Beverly Banks. Listen, y'all, this is something that's going to raise awareness for Alzheimer's because in the month of October, I know domestic violence is awareness, breast cancer awareness, well, also Alzheimer's awareness is in October. And October 12th at 3 p.m., True Love Productions is bringing a vignette, which is basically a short 15-minute stage play, accompanied by some jazz. It's going to be brought to you by an incredible saxophonist by the name of Carl. We will be presenting a vignette called Dim the Lights. It's going to be October 12th at 3 p.m. at True Love Production Studios. And the address is 4709 Jonesboro Road, Forest Park, Georgia, 30297. Again, it's in Forest Park, Georgia. 4709 Jonesboro Road, Forest Park, Georgia. True Love Production Studios, October 12th, 3 p.m. And finally, at the same company, True Love Productions, their signature play, True Love, will be happening November the 8th. 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. For more information on that, you go to www.trueloveproductions.org to get your tickets. Once again, save the date, November 8th. True Love, their signature play, goes down 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Have two shows. Get your tickets, www.trueloveproductions.org. And also today would have been my mother's birthday. See, she passed away 2015, but I get to honor her by having this episode here today. She was one that always highlighted incredible people, ensuring that they had a proper platform to introduce and showcase the incredible talent that God had given them. So, this is a great way to segue into the reason why we're here today, great people, because I have the opportunity to honor my mother by doing the exact same thing, because it's not just me that's on the episode. I have family in the building, great people. And when I call you family, that means that we are able to operate in the same space with the same mindset, which is we have excellence within us that we're going to get out to the people. Now, this brother right here, if y'all, I don't know if y'all can see him on the screen, but he's on the screen with me. This brother right here has something that he's going to be debuting to the world that's going to definitely take the world by storm. This brother right here, before the show got started, we had a conversation that I know that is going to be enjoyed by all the listeners and the viewers and great people. I am so excited to be introducing someone who may be joining the WCEG family. Without further ado, I am not going to prolong this introduction because I am ready for this discussion with my brother, none other than the one, the only, the incredible, the accomplished Travis Hall. What's up, good sir?
Hey, thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here.
Hey, I'm glad to have you here, man. When Miss Pitty Rogers told me that you was going to be joining me on the show today, I was like, hey, no problem. Anybody that you suggest, I know that they are the best. So we here.
Listen.
So thank you again, sir.
Thank
So
you. I'm glad.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this is a question that I ask everybody. Something that
Mhm.
I ask that only you can answer yourself because this is a personalized question where you can really embark on and really go elaborate on as much as you want. Despite all of the accomplishments, all the work that has been done, all the awards garnered, who, in your own words, is Travis Hall?
Hmm. Travis Hall is a caring person, uh creative at heart, a foodie. I love food a little bit too much, a lot of bit too much. I love food. I love alone time. I really love alone time. I love people. I'm just a lover of things. I don't know. Travis Hall is a lover of things. Thank you, because now I know how to describe it. I'm a lover of things, whatever that means.
No, I understand. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love in your heart, a lot of positivity. That's what I'm getting from you, and that's what I got when we had our conversation before the show even started, man. So let's just, learn a little bit about Travis Hall, man, where you're from and all of that good stuff, man. Let the people know who you are.
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm actually a Grady baby.
Oh, same here. There we go.
Hello, the best. I am a native. Best babies, Grady babies. Listen, Grady baby, only child, first generation college student, artist, professional opera singer, songwriter, composer, arranger, um, foodie. I love food. I can never say that too much. Food is really good.
I feel you, man. That is amazing. That is amazing. So, listen, how did you get into opera? You say you're a professional opera singer. Like,
Mhm.
where did the love for that come? How did that start?
So I originally wanted to be an R&B soul singer, right?
Hmm.
So um, grew up listening to my mom's favorite music, Bobby Womack, Clark Sisters, from the gamut of music.
Hmm.
And when I went to college, I started at a community college. And when you go to college, 99% of the time, music is classical or jazz because it's academic music. They don't, never mind, it doesn't matter. But classical or jazz. So I went into school, somehow ended up in the classical department, and they were like, "Oh, you have a knack for this." And I was like, "Okay." And I just did it. I was like, I guess to get my degree, this is what I have to do, right? So I did that and fell in love with it, at that point in time. And yeah, and I pursued it for a long time. That was my tunnel vision dream at the time, you know.
So, do you think that going that route and actually, sticking with classical music or academic music, as you had labeled it. That's the first I've heard that one. Do you think that that has helped you in the progression of your music career?
100%. I wanted to. I think I said I wanted to be an R&B singer in the beginning, right?
Right, right, right.
And I'm so glad I waited to do it because I don't know what that music would have sounded like. I had a lot of. I just school academia was my formal training because as a child I was too shy to sing in church.
Mm.
My mom wanted me to sing in the church choir. I wouldn't do it. I was scared. So I would never sing for people. So I didn't have the training that a lot of people got. So my training came through the training of my ear and the training of my singing came through degrees. So
Yeah, yeah.
so definitely, definitely, definitely.
I'm glad you said that. The reason why I asked that is because, some people aspire to get into the music business based off of just hearing other people's excellence. And so they figure
Mhm.
that when they hear a specific song that has amazing vocal ranges and arrangement of music, they just think if I could just mimic that, then
That
I could go ahead and be successful. So for those out there who aspire to do music, like I know music is something that you can create based off of feeling and passion. You can harness a lot of emotions and experiences into the thing. I just want you to elaborate just a little bit on the importance of really studying music and getting some type of training to help assist in their navigation through music.
like in voice, because that's my main thing, or I think in all instruments, you take lessons and you study to develop technique.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the technical side and you have the musical side, the emotion, the expression.
Mm-hmm.
And as a singer, I've always felt the better your technique. Some people are lucky and they naturally have very good technique. Grr, we envy those people sometimes. But the better your technique, you first have to study to learn to use the instrument so that you know how to be expressive. And a lot of people, I think, try to jump to expressivity first because we feel music first, but technique and studying and learning is gives you more of a palette to
Mm-hmm.
be expressive, and so you can play in more colors and more ways because you have more technique, so yeah, it's left brain, right brain, but you need both.
Exactly. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. And you're right. Those people who naturally got it, I know they make it look so easy. And
They really do.
but sometimes it can be a blessing and a curse. Like, it's so natural that they'll actually, kind of take it for granted in a sense. Sometimes they'll be like, oh man, it's good. They don't put the work in, but then at the same time wonder why this person who they know is less talented than them getting all the work. And you're like, what happened? I'm like, hey, don't misuse the blessing, right?
Listen, there are so many. I was saying earlier that I see so many people with gifts and they squander them
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not the most talented. I'm always like, there's so many people I meet along this journey who are way more talented than me, but I'm working professionally. It's like it's just hard work. I mean, that's really all it is.
But so, with that being said, right there, let's just take a moment right here. I'm gonna leave the floor for you to encourage those who is just that gifted and that talented, but they're squandering the talents, either due to being lazy, life, things of that nature. But you know that it's a gift that God gave them. Honestly, let's be honest with you, it's God-given ability, but they're just being very lax with it or slow to really put the pedal to the metal to go ahead and be what it's supposed to be. I want you to encourage them right now, if you can, in your own way, to at least give them that extra push to say, you know what, I'm finally take this thing seriously. The floor is yours.
I would say, stop being afraid. Stop being afraid of what's the word that's escaping me? Of uncomfortability. Stop being afraid of recalibrating your life and starting over. And just stop being afraid to build what's meant for you because you can build anything. I mean, You can build anything. You can build all the things you want. It doesn't mean that it's for you. It's what you should have had. It's what was waiting for you. And I tell people all the time, and I'll tell people who are gifted, you know, the thing that's waiting for you and that's meant for you, you can't even fathom. And I don't know if people get that. So you're trying to build off what you see, but you can't even see the grandeur that is waiting for you. You know, so don't be afraid. Go for it. It's going to be way better than you ever could expect.
There you go. There you go. Great people. I hope you hear that right there. Listen, don't be afraid. Y'all already know I'm about this word. You know, the Lord say, fear not. Well, I'm with you. So if the
Listen.
giver of the gift says that he's with you, best believe that he's going to be with you, going to make a way for you. You may not see it now, just like you said, Travis. You may not see it now. You may not be able to comprehend it, but you know it's there because God put it there. And so as long as you know that it's there and he's with you, trust, move forward, and understand that if other people see it, there got to be some truth to it.
Listen, it's there.
I'm telling you. So it's there, and so is the opportunity. So y'all take it and don't be afraid. Travis, I appreciate you for that one. So look, let's move forward to the reason why we are here. Brother, you have an album coming out.
Yes. My debut.
Now the floor is yours to talk about this amazing debut album.
So my debut album, Heart Museum, is coming out on October 22nd everywhere. It is a album of 8 songs, all written, produced, and partially arranged by myself and my co-arranger. All live instruments. The music stems from 60s and 70s soul, funk, R&B, and jazz. So we have ballads, which you don't really hear anymore. You get ballads, you get funk numbers with horns, you get you get great music. I'm biased, of course, because I wrote it, but you get great music that's about love, love lost, and the hope for love again. When I wrote these songs, I intended to bring people together and to make people feel again. I think we live in a world that's people are jaded, people are cold, people are closed off. And I wanted to create music that encourages the opposite. You know, we all want love, we all desire love. And yeah, I wanted to lean into that. So the album will kick off with my album release concert on October 22nd with a 16-piece band at Center Stage in Atlanta. You really don't want to, I mean, you really don't want to miss it. I mean, I'm biased, of course, but it'll be a night of great music. String quartets, horn sections, rhythm sections, a harp as well, and great background singers. So,
brother, do you know that the music industry stopped making music like that because they deemed that too expensive?
yep.
Yet you made an album, an 8-song album, all live instruments.
All live.
Great people. I'm just reiterating the reason because you don't get that no more due to the fact that the music industry said that this is too expensive, which is why R&B and soul music seems to be a dying genre. They don't want to spend that money because what happens is when you spend that kind of money, first of all, that affects the budget because they automatically give you a budget. This is for sign artists, they have a budget. So that budget goes to the studio sessions, which includes live musicians. So sometimes you have to go part by part, piece by piece, the time, the album length, all of that stuff is inside of your budget. And then not to mention that when you put on concerts, those same, I'm not saying studio band members, you have the live band that you have to account for too within the live budget. So all of that has to take place inside of your artist budget. That many artists, when you hear their first album, sounds amazing. But when that second and third comes around and the sales start to do this right here.
Listen.
Exactly. Now they start saying,
We don't got it no more for you.
So, with that information shared right there, I just wanted to know about this process, brother. How was this process for you? Like you got to coordinate schedules and all of this stuff. How was this project? How was this process?
Ooh, so I had never song written in my life when the
Wow,
Spirit told me to work on this album.
wow.
I didn't even think of doing, I didn't even sing R&B music. Like I would whistle it because I listened to it, but I
Mhm.
wasn't even I only was singing classical music. So one, I had to figure out how do I even songwrite? Because I don't do that. I've never done it. So 3 years ago, or I think it was 3 years ago, I started songwriting, which was hard. So just waking up recording melodies on my phone that were horrible and horrible. And that grew into my first two singles that I've released, which are the first two songs I wrote, A Day and Fireflies. So I
Mm,
wrote them both first, melody first, because I'm very melody first type of writer. So I had a cappella melodies for both and lyrics.
mm,
Then Georgia State offered me a full ride. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And then they came around the next year. This was all during the time frame of the span of time. And they
mm,
offered me a full ride again. And I said, okay, instead of being avoidant, I'm gonna see what it has to offer. And I'm like, it's a music degree. I want to use live instruments. Maybe I can use student musicians or use their resources. So I began to align it with the vision that I was on. So I
mm.
went, and basically I was like, everyone I met, I was like, I'm working on an album, I'm working on an album, I'm working on an album, working on an album. Um, Even though it was a classical program, my first semester, fall of 2022, I took graduate jazz theory, even though I've never done jazz, and jazz improv, which were not even in my curriculum. So I was taking extra classes.
Mm.
In jazz theory, luckily I took it. It taught me about chords. So with that knowledge, I was able to sit down and spend hours choosing different chords to go with the melodies I had written. So in that point in time, I was able to have chords and melody, which is basically a song. I mean,
Right.
So wrote that down and then happened to discover a pianist who had a degree in arranging, Maxwell Estes, and I was able to have him come in and actually play the charts that I wrote because I don't play piano.
Mhm.
So I would be able to, here's the chart, play it while I sing. We would do that. And so I could actually listen to the demos. And I had a demo with him able to
Mm.
play the piano. So with that, just in my ear, I would hear this song gets only guitar, bass, and keys, or this. I mean, I don't know. I just heard like in my inner ear, and so
Yeah.
with that, I would just put together instrumentalists and musicians, record, and do the vocals, redo vocals, arrange background vocals, figure out who's going to do strings, have people ignore your emails, contact 30 people. The gamut of. I tell people I'm probably in everybody's inbox in Atlanta or email address. They just ignored me or said no or such and such and such and such. But so just hustling, perseverance, knowing that regardless, my goal, the Spirit told me, is to get my album done, and I have to get it done by any means necessary. I mean, that was it. I mean, you know.
Hey, that is amazing. That is amazing right there. Especially how
Thank
the
you.
thing you were saying no to, you utilize that. You're like, you know what? We got musicians in here. Let me go ahead and just connect.
Let me just use them. Yeah.
There you go.
Because at first I was messaging producers and I was like, hey, I have a melody. I would love for you to co-produce this track and have you create a beat around the melody I have. And people were not replying to me. Because I'm like, I don't want a pre-made beat. Because I want it to fit this, I want it to be created around the song.
Right.
But everything happens for a reason. And
Yeah.
so, and God obviously had a plan. And so I probably was being led to just do it with live instruments
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know, I came to the conclusion that some people are what I call template minded, meaning if you cut an open canvas
Mm.
and somebody comes to you and say, hey, I drew a circle. I drew a cloud. I'm trying to make a flower inside of a field with a
Mm.
skyline. Some people already come to you and be like, well, like this, and they're just bringing you different like examples of what it is that you're looking for. And you're like, nah, that's not it. Nah, that's not
Mm.
it. Well, I can't help
Phew.
you. So I'm like, but then there are people such as like ourselves because I love the idea of actually creating, actually getting in there, utilizing this creativity, taking your idea. And I'm like, okay, this might sound good here because I'm the type of person where since my mom passed, I was on my way to college, but I had to, put that aside to take care of her. But shout out to my dad for having this box of CDs
Mm.
that I was able to hear different kind of styles of music. I learned music theory based off of trying to count when the
Yep.
music is going to turn. Okay, so it's going
Mm.
to turn here. The drums turned that, or the pianist accented on this, and then it led for the band to know when to stop and all of that stuff there. So that allowed for me to always have an open canvas. And then
Mm.
to be able to songwrite on that time signature, I was like, okay, accent this word here, do this here, do this there. Okay, put this here. Now let's structure it. Now I can hear the person who can sing this. It allowed for me to have to understand how an open canvas works. Take that
Works. Yep.
paintbrush and just do this, do this. So I share that to say, when you was going from producer and saying, hey, I have this idea, can you do this right here? Rather, I'm that type of person that be like, you know what, I definitely can. And I'm like, if you
Mm.
hear this right here, then this is what I'm hearing. Let me know what you think, and then it'll grow from there.
Go from
Grow from
there.
there.
Exactly.
So that's kind of like it's a lost art, and that is one of the most key components inside of jazz, anyways.
Mm.
So for you to take jazz and take up those classes, especially jazz improv,
Mm-hmm.
incredible. Incredible. So
Thank
I
you.
gotta ask you, how do you now that the project's done, the date is set October 22nd for the release, Heart Museum. How do you feel about the project personally?
Personally, I think
Yes.
it's a great project.
Yes.
But I feel like a large part of that is I had to, in order to push through the process. I had to, literally, these are the first 8 songs I ever finished writing.
Wow.
So, most people, they're like, yeah, I got 13 songs. These are the 8 I chose. Nope, these are the 8 songs I wrote. I was just, so I think it's a great project. I think it's a great project. And I think I get shocked in the world when people are like, oh my God, I love this song. Or, oh my God, this reminds me of this artist. And I'm like, why are you comparing my song to these great people? I don't know. It's shocking to me. I don't know. It's not really real to me. It's hard to explain. Um, yeah, that's how I feel about it. I know it's a great project, but I'm
Yes.
biased. But yeah.
So going through what you went through for the creation of Heart Museum, I'm just thinking in the future now.
Oh,
I'm thinking in the future. For your next album, dealing with live instrumentation and all of that. Is this the formula for every project, or will there be some projects where you be like, you know what, I'm just gonna get this beat right here, or have a producer make this beat, or is live instrumentation where you're going to be at with when it comes to creating music?
I think it's where I'm going to be. I remember I told my music director like
Mhm.
months ago, I said for my next album, because I was listening to Rapture by Anita Baker, which I love.
Oh
Love that album.
Lord,
Oh
it
yeah. Let's
is.
not even go
Yeah,
down
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
rabbit hole.
Yes,
Love that album. Oh my God.
yes, yes, yes.
And I think I saw Marcus Miller or somebody. Well, I don't think he played on that, but I saw some people who played on it talking about how it was like a performance through. Like we went to the studio, we sang and performed it once, and that was the take. And in this album, I didn't do that. The rhythm section is one take, but my vocals I went and did 1,000 times.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so I was like, "Ooh, my next album, I want to just do one take through."
Mm-hmm.
And so it just so happens that my album release show is also a live album recording.
Mm.
So my second album will actually be a 16-piece band live album recording of my studio album. And so I'm releasing another album next year as well of the same
Man,
songs. But yeah. So, but I'm also writing for my second studio album, and I think live instrumentation is all the way. I think it's just, you can't beat that. You can't beat
hey,
real humans playing in the moment, connecting. It's I mean,
listen. And then when I perform, that's all I use. I go to shows and they be like, "Oh, have your tracks ready." I'm like, "Is
I
there a
don't do no
band
track.
there?" I was like, "I don't even." I'm like, I don't. I could do tracks, no problem, But that live band. See, I'm the type that I put on the James Brown hat in the sense of directing. And I'll be rapping, and then all of a sudden on the one, bam, cut it off. We talking. And I'm like, bring it in.
Mm.
But all of those cues and things of that nature, man, listen, you can't beat
You
live
need it.
instrumentation. You
Yeah.
can't.
It's
Nothing like the
living.
human
It's a
error.
living thing. Yeah.
Yes. Wow. Man. Well,
I
before
love
I
it.
even ask this next question right here, I want you to go ahead and lay out the information of how they can get tickets, or if there's tickets for the October 22nd show at Center Stage, 8 o'clock. Great people. I want you all to really take down this information in case you want to be in the building, because I'm one of those people. I got to see
Come.
this.
Listen, tickets are on sale. They're not on pre-sale anymore. They're on sale right now for a limited time. So grab those tickets. You can find them on Ticketmaster. If you search Travis Hall, I'm sure if you Google Travis Hall Ticketmaster, I have a flyer with a QR code also. But or you can find it. The flyer is definitely on my social media pages as well. Um, at Travis Hall Music everywhere.
I'm
It's gonna be a
taking
good
notes.
show. Come.
I'm taking notes, brother. So that way I can go ahead and share it after the show. So October 22nd, people, that's a Wednesday. The time, 8 p.m. Tickets are on sale on Ticketmaster, great people. All you got to do is type in Travis Hall, or, since he is a superstar, Google Travis Hall.
Not
Ticketmaster.
superstar. Listen, it'll be a great date night too. So if you have a person of interest or significant other,
Yeah,
and you can't beat we'll do. You can't beat, a 16-piece band.
exactly. That's amazing, brother. That really is. That really is. Because normally, unless you are on the Anita Baker level, unless you're on the
Listen,
the Chris Brown levels and
listen.
the Renda Clark Hills level,
Come
that's the
on,
only
Dorinda.
that's where you'll see this type of band. A 16 piece, Earth, Wind, and Fire, all of those,
Fire.
you know what I'm saying? From left stage to right.
Listen to right. Packed.
It's packed with instruments.
Listen.
So this is definitely going to be a treat. But I gotta ask you, brother. You said
Yep.
at the beginning, professional opera singer, and now you're in R&B. I know that you said in the beginning that R&B was that's what you wanted to do, but now you went from opera to R&B. It's like it's so much in between that separates the two to keep one here and one here.
One
How
there.
did that happen? Like, how did that happen?
Oh, it was a journey. It was hard. I tell people all the time, I'm like, everything in life is hard. I mean, growth is hard. I mean,
Right.
a seed, when a seed is in the ground, it has to somehow break out of
Right.
the soil. So it was a challenge. Opera is acoustic only.
Mm.
So we have to scream, sing, project, you know, in in halls of 1,000 people with no amplification, no microphone. So that's what my training is in. That's why I enjoy opera. I think it's like the Olympics of singing. Like you have to really sing, you have to really sing. And so singing R&B in a studio with a microphone is so different. It's just a so completely different thing. So learning how to shape the vowels, learning it was different. Doing multiple takes. You know, in opera, it's like you get on stage and you go, and whatever happens.
Right.
But that benefited me because a lot of my songs I like to do like one take all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'm really big on doing that. You know, I having no auto tone on my vocal. I'm like, can I actually hear the vocal, please, so I can, you know. So I still take a lot of that acousticness over into the R&B field.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh
but it was a
wow.
journey.
But that's amazing though. Wow. Yeah, y'all save the date. October 22nd. You don't want to miss that. So I gotta ask you though, what
Yep.
is your favorite genre of music? Like take the artist hat off and then just put on a straight listener cap. What's your favorite genre of music?
60s, 70s, so 80s soul. Oh, that's too many genres. Black
Okay,
American
I tell you what,
music.
I tell you what, top five it. Top five. Top five.
Genres? Oh, that's
Yes.
easy. Soul, funk, disco, jazz, soul, funk, soul. Hold on, let me think. Soul, funk, R&B, gospel, disco.
Oh wow. That ain't bad.
Classical's not
That's
even in there. Sorry. That's literally all I listen to. All I listen to. I get excited to find new songs in the 70s
mm,
or 80s or 60s. So I literally live orally in those decades.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand completely because I'm the type of person that when I hear a song on the radio that's from that era
Hmm.
and the sound, I'm like, man, that sounds like Earth, Wind, and Fire. No, that's not Earth, Wind, and
Rain
Fire.
and Fire.
Who is that? And I go and look at these artists, but I always love looking at the live performances because you get to see the attitude. You get to see the reason why. You
Mm.
get to see what made them connect with the audience to have them in high regard anytime you mention their name. You know, I like to see all of that because, you know, you can get marketed as the next big thing. But when I see you, I'm like, is
This is the real.
it?
Okay.
Yeah, so but just hearing your top five genres, that let me know for a fact, like the reason why you say I'm gonna stay in the live instrumentation place and just continue to create live albums because you want that feel. So now that you said that, I can see from opera to R&B, I can see the transition and really understand it because it's like those genres right there, you really have to sing from here and
Mm.
all of that technique helps this come out so
So much more.
wonderful.
Yeah.
So I get it. I
And if I
understand
didn't
that.
go to school, I don't think I would have been able to do it. I mean, to this degree.
Yeah.
I really needed the training. I remember in high school, I used to say, because you know, most singers start by mimicking, and I really wanted to find my voice. And I used to
Yes.
think that in high school, I was like, what's my voice? I'm just mimicking a singer, you know? And so I think doing classical music completely taking me somewhere else to find a voice was great because then I can revisit the music and be like, oh, I know what my voice is, you know?
Mm. And that brings a point that I always try to make because you can go anywhere and have somebody sing a James Brown song, sing a Sam Cooke song, and they
Mm,
try their best to imitate that
this
voice.
singer.
But I always say, if you're going to sing that song, I wonder how you would sound singing that song. So when you perform it, it's change going to come by the person that's singing.
The singer, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And so sometimes I just talk to some singers that I'm, you know, familiar with and close with, and I'm like, how do you perform this song? Once you get that in your mind, then people will be able to know what to expect when they see
Mm.
your name on the ticket.
Mm.
So I am looking forward to seeing because I plan on being there.
Time
I
come.
really plan on being there. I'm looking forward to seeing Travis Hall, who Travis Hall is. Preferably, I'm able to work with Travis Hall one day. You
Listen,
know, listen,
sooner than later.
I'm not just saying that because we on the show. I'm
Same,
serious. So
same.
yes, yes. So great people. October 22nd, which is a Wednesday, the time 8 p.m. at Center Stage. Travis Hall's album debut, Heart Museum. It's going to be out. on that date on all platforms, right?
Yes, all platforms.
So y'all pick y'all favorite platform and y'all be sure to get Heart Museum. Independent artists, you know what I'm saying? The support is real. And guess what? As you navigate through this thing right here, you're gonna definitely make some noise, especially from the fact that a 16-piece band will be in the midst. The album, written by Travis Hall. You had a
Yep.
co-arranger, correct?
Core Ranger.
Okay, you had a co-arranger, so that means that Travis Hall still had a hand in it.
Okay.
Songs was written by him, so you know that
Yep.
publishing got his name on it. So then, guess what? Your dollar, that song seed, goes to Travis Hall.
Goes to me.
Keep this thing going. See, great people. I'm grateful I have another artist here, so that way I can help elaborate on the music business and the reason why support is very well needed. Whenever you hear an artist say, "Hey, I'm going to be here," this is needed right here, because what that shows is, for an artist, if you're able to generate a certain amount of numbers by yourself, it's a negotiating piece for any time a music industry giant comes out. So these are the stats that Travis Hall has right now, and this is me giving you your flowers right now. This brother had did a live album with a band, live instrumentation, 8 songs, bringing a 16-piece band. There's not a big music label there that provided that. This is pure relationship. And he put together a show. Tickets sold on Ticketmaster. Great people. Come on now. Need I say more?
Listen, it's a blessing. It really, I mean, I have no, I really have no words for it, because I look around and I've done a lot, as
Yes.
people say, but for me, I tend to exist in the hustling place. And so I'm just working to materialize dreams that I've projected into next year and the year after. So it's,
Mhm.
um, yeah, it's just a blessing to be here. I don't know how I got here, but I mean, God, obviously, but
Yes,
and
yes.
hard work. But I mean,
Yes.
it's like, am I on Ticketmaster?
Bro, that's exactly, exactly, exactly,
So
exactly. And this is
yeah.
actually an inspiration to me, because a live band album was something that I've always envisioned for myself. So to
Mm,
be conversing with somebody who has actually did what I aspire to do, something it's written in the plans, because it's something about that live music. And to be able to compose something and flow on top of the musical composition in a way that makes the rhymes and that melody walk hand in hand, it's
mm,
incredible. And so just to see this and get all of this information right here, I want to say thank you for being obedient to that call that God put on your life, putting in that work to make sure that this happened. And now October 22nd is right around the corner. And to be able to say, man, this brother here done really did this thing. And guess what? It's just gonna do this from here on out. It's just gonna keep doing this. It's gonna keep doing this. I know some days we're gonna have those moments where, it's gonna seem like, man, this is a
yeah.
lot. But I pray that this serves as encouragement to you to like just keep on going, and just thank you for what you're doing. Just showing
Thank
that
you.
even in this day and age right here, where the industry may say this is what you're supposed to do, but you stay rooted in the fact of this is what I want to do, and I'm going to do this in excellence. I'm going to put this work in, so that way you can see that this type of music right here still holds a place. Because I remember when I saw this interview with Patti LaBelle in it, and the guy
Okay.
was basically saying, "Hey man, this music is done," but she said, "Soul never dies."
You got one, don't you?
So when it comes from here and that
Baby.
live work, it's something about
It,
it. It
it
never
never does.
dies.
And that's why people from that generation are still booking major shows and doing major tours, which is where the money is. The money isn't in streaming.
Go ahead and break it down for them. I know we got a couple of minutes, but we can get into this talk for a little
I
bit.
mean, listen, the money's not in streaming. The money is in touring, selling merch, building a real fan base. And so it's harder for me digitally. It's harder for me because most playlists are for the music that labels are making. So when I send them my songs, they're like, sounds like a classic. It doesn't fit my playlist. Oh my God, I love your song. Doesn't fit the playlist. So the landscape is constructed for a certain sound, but I'm building outside of that. So that's where the money is, though, in touring, live instruments, touring.
There it is. And you know, it's funny by you saying that. I had put up something not too long ago. It was basically saying that a lot of people's thoughts, a lot of people's ways of living gets dictated by the algorithm sometimes. You know, we ain't in the age of information no more. We in the age of intelligence where this artificial intelligence is trying to use analytics instead of relying on human interaction and actual thought process that we actually have to decide, make our own decisions of what it is that we like. Just don't let these algorithms trick
Tell you what you like.
Don't let these algorithms trick you out of some amazing stuff that's going on out here.
Because it will.
I'm telling you, especially if it falls into the wrong hands, you know, it'll trick you out of some positions. But brother, I am so grateful to have this interview with you. I pray that this thing here, you know, once you share it on all these platforms, that it's a blessing and people really can hear your heart and really want to just continue to support Travis Hall and all that Travis Hall has to come. So with that said, the final thing, can you list out your social medias one more time, and so that way people can follow you and continue to support and see all that is to come?
Yes, everywhere on social media, Travis Hall Music.
There it is.
On YouTube, it's Travis Hall Music with a K. And I do have 2 very good music videos for my first 2 singles on there as well.
Okay, Travis Hall Music with a K.
And I'm up for Grammy consideration. I should have mentioned that earlier.
Wow, you sure should have.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Voting started yesterday. My 2 debut singles, A Day and Fireflies, are both up for Grammy consideration. So for any voting members. So campaigning started yesterday. So yes.
Yeah,
sorry.
My intro so good. I'm gonna put that in there again.
I'm sorry.
Lord Jesus. But
too many things.
But I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? I am not surprised. So I'm going to definitely be checking it out myself. I'm gonna be checking this out, and I'm gonna follow you. Then after the show, we're gonna swap contact information, so that way, you know, we can really set some stuff up. We can be, you know, get this thing going and growing, man. Because yeah, you got a supporter over here for sure.
Yay!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, great people. Listen, you heard my family right here, Travis Hall. I'm going to go ahead and make this announcement one more time. October 22nd, Art Museum. It drops on all platforms. It's an 8-song project featuring all live instrumentation. And guess what? October 22nd, also at Center Stage at 8 p.m., he's going to have the album debut concert. A 16-piece band will be accompanying Travis Hall. And guess what? This project right here, he had all his hands over this project with the assistance of his incredible co-arranger. Can you drop the name?
Maxwell Estes.
Maxwell Estes, shout out to you. I know you're not here on the show, but still, I got to show love to you because you had your hand in this incredible project as well. October 22nd, the tickets are on Ticketmaster. All you got to do is type in Travis Hall or go to his social media site at Travis Hall Music. I'm sure the information is there. And guess what, y'all? Y'all don't want to miss it. Bring your dates, bring family, bring your friends, bring your church, bring your community organizations, everybody. So that way we can go ahead and continue to support this brother right here. Just like y'all show the support for every single show on WCEG, the Worldwide Community Empowerment Group. Not just this one, but everyone, because everybody is contributing in some way to the advancement of this community. Listen, y'all got a lot of education, not just about the knowing Travis Hall, not about the musical abilities of myself, but also about the industry, and as well as up to date on some incredible stuff that's going on within the community. But October 22nd, y'all be sure to get your tickets. Guess what, y'all? October 12th at True Love Productions in Forest Park, Georgia. That show is free. Dim the lights. Alzheimer's awareness. Y'all be sure to be in the building. Also, Tailgating Sundays kick off tomorrow at Holiday Inn. Great people. Like I said, the address is 638 Highway 138, Stockbridge, Georgia, 30281. Free parking. We got food available at the venue, and it starts at 11 a.m. So y'all can come and have a lot of great time as y'all represent the NFL teams and also watch the game and continue to connect with us so that we can stay together. And if we stay together, we can go ahead and get all of this information out and support all of these incredible people that's doing incredible things everywhere. Great people. This was a great show. And listen, I'm looking forward to many, many more. And Travis Hall, you know, anytime you got something going and you want to come on my show, come on, brother. The door is open. I walk through a door, forget to close it. So if I look back and see excellence that I walked in the door, hey, you in here now.
Okay. I love it.
Oh, yeah. So, great people, we're signing off from an incredible show because I got 2 shows today. So I got to go ahead and get ready. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I do. I got 2 shows today. So got to go ahead and get ready for those things right there. Travis, after the show, please, let's swap information so we can stay locked in. And to all the incredible people, you can follow me, Ashton Reynolds on Facebook. You'll see me in this immaculate red suit that I don't think nobody else got. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at Blessed Koast, BLESSEDKOAST. On Instagram, you'll see all of the artistry and all of that good stuff. And for my ministry page, at Official Cool Experience. It's all ministry. We all here to show you exactly why the blessed side be the best side. And at the same time, we're going to ensure that all of this entertainment remains wholesome. Finally, I have a children's show that's going to be debuting on 2 more television shows. It's called Faith Lab. Yes, Faith Lab, where we use science experiments to prove God's awesomeness. And it's going to be accompanied by some music videos, maybe some co-signing from other ministers within the community. So that way you can see that all of these things work in unity to paint the beautiful picture that God is trying to get us to understand. And that is the phrase that he gave me to give to you. And every day we're going to make sure it reigns true. And that's the blessed side, be the best side. Right. And if you're with it, all you got to do is stay straight up. Listen. So, with that said, we're signing off from this incredible show. It's the home of the one and only Ashton Reynolds. We'll see you on the next episode of Millennial Talk Blessed Coast Edition. To the next one, great people. God bless y'all.